On today's episode of Steel Noise, I have a chat with one of my best mates, Darcy Piper. Darcy is a man of the sea. Over the past years, he's earned himself recognition and respect due to his skill and fearlessness pursuing some of Australia's most intimidating waves. The ocean is also Darcy's livelihood. Working as a commercial fisherman, the sea is his office. During this episode, we speak of times in the ocean and reminisce of past memories together growing up on Australia's south coast. Now, just a little heads up, this episode contains some explicit language and some questionable behaviour. Young ears, this is a little warning. This could be a good one to sit out. Anyway, without further ado, let me introduce you to my mate, the lunatic himself, Darcy Piper. Yeah, Darcy.
Kudo.
Yeah,
how you going, brother?
Yeah, good, eh? Fucking oath.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming. You're a hard man to fucking pin down.
Yeah, I'm these days, mate. Bit of a sea gypsy.
You're a bit of a sea gypsy, a bit of a being out there just slugging it.
Trying to, mate. That's what you got to do, eh?
When they're on, bruv. Righto.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, bruh. Fucking oath.
Feels like I got a black dilly in my face.
Kind of looks like a black dilly. Eh? It's got
slightly intimidating, really.
It's got a nice little soft bit. So like, if you were to use it for that reason, then it wouldn't be too intrusive.
How's the little dandy in here?
Yeah, you like that?
I like the little studio.
Nice, isn't it? Yeah.
It's quite nice, yeah.
Yeah, Russ was calling it the interrogation room.
The interrogation room.
Kind of like that, eh? If you try,
kind of feels like it, that's for sure.
you try and fly in, the white light. You try and fly in somewhere, and it's like you get stuck at the border control, and it's just like the interrogation room. But there'll be no interrogating.
Well, let's hope not.
No, we're just gonna talk absolute garbage.
Bit of hogwash.
So
yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, well, fuck, bruh. Thank you for coming on. This is at the audience's request.
The audience's request.
The audience has requested Darcy Piper on the show. So let's hear what these fucking maniacs got to say.
Oh god.
Well, shit, eh? Just start us off. Tell us about like the early days of Darcy, like where you were born, where you're from.
Early days of Darcy.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually born in Cooma. My parents lived in Jindabyne for about the first 4 years of my life. So I was born in Cooma. It's kind of like the closest hospital down there.
Yeah.
And I did my early days there, and then moved to the beautiful little town of Merimbula.
Yeah.
Yeah, South Coast beginnings.
Yeah.
The deep south, brother.
The deep south.
The deep south.
The purity of the deep south.
Yeah.
And what was it like? You went to school down there. What was it like being a kid in the deep south?
Oh, it was wicked, man. Such a good spot to grow up.
Yeah.
I mean, surfing's not too plentiful down there, but you've got some pretty red hot sand down there. Merimbula Bar, Pambula River mouth.
Yep.
Yeah, shit beachies, that's for sure. You definitely go a few weeks without surfing sometimes.
Yeah, because it doesn't get a whole lot of swell, huh?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. That's kind of why we started venturing up this way for just like little trips and
the northern lands,
like, competitions and stuff like that as a young lad. And
yeah, so that's how we met. Hey, like doing the Grom comps and stuff growing up.
That's how I met.
Yeah.
Most of the lads,
Yep.
tearing around little Grom comps and that.
Yep.
Yeah, it was classic.
And how did you end up moving up here? What was like the process of you moving up to Ulladulla?
Well, it was purely in the fucking search of surf, really.
Yeah.
Surf and a better opportunity. Yeah.
Yep.
Because there's not much going on down that neck of the woods, lad.
Yeah. And how old were you? You were
14, 15, something. I think I started Ulladulla High year 9. Started year 9.
Was it year 9?
Yeah.
Is that how old you are in year 9? 14? Yeah, I suppose.
14, 15, something like
15.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then, so you've lived here for, I guess, since then, and we lived around the corner from each other, and
Just up the street, lad.
Just up the street.
In the motherland.
In the land, Dolphin Point. Best place on earth.
good spot to trot around, isn't it?
It was good being young there and having a mate that lived down the road. We did some time together in those like early high school years, eh?
Definitely. Yeah, it was good.
Playing up.
It was good just getting around surfing together.
So good, man.
Bit of partying together.
Fuck.
What else did we get up to?
Oh, a bit of other things.
A few naughty things.
Did a bit of time on the bugle.
Yeah, a bit of bugling, that's for sure.
Bit of bugling in the car and skulking around Dolphin Point. That was our domain, that joint, wasn't it?
Egging, water bombing.
Just generally wreaking havoc and disturbing the peace was what we were kind of up to, eh?
Pretty much, eh? Through school too.
Yep, that's for sure. And so at school, I just remembered like coming across your art and not knowing that about you, and one day seeing how good you were at art. Like, talk a bit about your art. Like, was that always a passion, or what was the go there?
I suppose I kind of got into art because Mum was always into it, you know, and
yeah, she's creative, eh?
Always used to just sit down and like do a bit of drawing or a bit of painting. Mum used to go to TAFE and do art, pottery,
right,
painting, stuff like that. So I suppose I kind of just picked it up from there, you know.
And you're an only child, huh? So
the lonely one.
That kept you
the lonely only one.
Kept you busy. You busy as a young lad, chipping away.
Yeah.
Working on art. And so what's your preferred form of art?
I don't know. Gee, that's a bit of a hard one. Preferred form of art. Can't say that I do a whole lot of art these days, but I don't know. I definitely get fired up here and then fucking pick up
drawing and painting. Yeah, and what was your art major? Remember that massive thing you did?
Year 12 art major. Yeah, it was I called it Mother Nature. It was essentially a lovely lady spreading her legs with her hair turning into a waterfall and running down over a snatch, you know.
Yeah, that was pretty cryptic for like a school artwork, eh? But I mean, like that's it. Like that's art.
I got pretty good marks for it.
You did, huh?
Yeah.
And what it was like oil painting, and it was like you did some etching and shit.
Yeah, a bit of carving.
There's a bit of everything on there.
Bit of texture and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was sick, eh? Like, and I reckon that's a funny one because not many crew, except our tight crew, would know how good you are as an artist. So like, yeah, no, that was a serious piece you did. And
cheers, bros.
It's good. But apart from art, you are highly recognised for being an absolute maniac on a surfboard and throwing yourself over onto hard rock shelves and surviving. I mean, you don't really get hurt. So
well, definitely being torn to bits before, but
yeah,
you get back up and you fucking try again, don't you?
Yeah, you seem to bounce back pretty well. And what would have been, was it like last year or the year before? You actually got the photo of the year. A wave of yours was the photo of the year, right?
Somehow.
Yeah, you didn't even know it was coming, huh?
No, not at all. It was just a session with the lads. And at a spot that, I mean, kind of been surfing for a while now.
Yeah.
I think the first time surfed that joint was with Mikey MacArthur. Actually took us there, me and Halls.
Yeah.
For our first time, and fell in love with it since then. You know.
Yeah,
It's always a love-hate relationship with that joint.
Isn't it fucking what?
I've walked away from that joint just going, I'm not fucking coming back here, eh?
Man, I've had a love-hate with that thing. I busted my nose out there, smacked my head, ripped my nutsack
open. Yeah.
Yeah, how was that fucking thing? Ripped my nuts open and then...
That was the day we finished year 12, eh?
It was, hey.
Yeah.
And then I remember you being like when we're driving home, I'm like, fuck, like pretty much the short of it was...
Yeah, you were the only one with a license then.
No, you couldn't drive stick yet.
Oh, true.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And I had my car, which was a manual. And the short of it was, took a spill, and the wave before I'd like hit the rock and chipped the nose of my board, so it was sharp. Then the next one I'd like fallen off and ended up on my, like getting pressed and going underwater with my board under with me, and then kicked it out. and came up, and it was still underwater. So I've covered my head, and it's come up between me legs.
Didn't cover your nutsack, lad.
Come between me legs and just caught it. And it was so hectic. Like, oh, so gnarly. I remember coming in, there's blood, and everyone's all like, oh.
No, I remember that pretty vividly, actually.
So hectic, man.
Lad got washed in up on the rocks, waving us down. We're sitting out there going, what's he waving us down for? It's fucking cooking out here, like.
Yeah, he's fucking idiot.
And then Selfie was out there.
Zach.
Yeah,
Yep.
And he ended up getting one and going in. And by the time he got up on the rocks, he was waving us down. We were like, oh shit.
Oh shit, here we go. Mr. Accident Prone's gone and busted himself again.
Remember when we got back to mine and we laid you out on the ground and Mum's there sussing you.
In the kitchen.
Sussing you nutty out.
So vulnerable, man. I'm laying on my back, legs spread in front of your mum and whoever else come down with me, just my whole package just hanging there. Like, so vulnerable, man, in front of your mate's mum, showing your setup, like, just got me nuts out on your kitchen floor. Everyone's gathered around. She's all like, oh yeah, you should probably go to hospital and shit. I remember too when we were driving, because you couldn't drive stick, I had my hand holding, like, cupping me package because I was worried one of me nuts would fall out, holding me nuts, driving.
You're trying to keep it together to half on the verge of like fading away.
Yeah, because I was kind of like in a bit of shock, like, and you're like, fuck. I remember we had like some wafer biscuits, and you're just like, I don't know what to do, just keep your sugar up so he doesn't fucking pass out on the drive home. I'm like driving like my right hand covering me sack, like, and then hitting the clutch, changing hands, and like hitting the gear stick, and like having to change like this the whole way home. It was just like absolute disaster, eh? But yeah, no, that was man.
That was a good little session. Good way to finish your school career, that's for sure.
Oh, and then what, we went to muck up day and shit, and I'm getting around like all wasted with like
all packaged up, eh?
Yeah, all busted up. And then like when we had the end of year, like, I don't know what it is, the awards and shit, and you go up, and I'd like done pretty good, like, and I had to get up, like,
hobbling up there.
I had to get up a few times to get awards for like my places in the rankings in like my classes and shit, and I'm like hobbling up there with me like nuts and shit. It was just like you're
a bit of a scholar, but weren't you?
Oh fuck, man. Yeah, well, that was the thing. Dad said to me, like, essentially they tried to boot me out of school, and they were like, you're playing up, you're distracting everyone, you're being a dickhead. How about you try and go and get a job? And I went and did a bit of work experience, and the guy I wanted to work for was like, look, mate, I can't get you just yet. This is like the end of year 10. He's like, I can't have you on just yet. Go and finish school, get your HSC, and then we're on after that.
Bro, I remember Berto's classes.
Oh, man.
Marine studies.
Oh.
This fellow wasn't even allowed anywhere near the teacher. Had to go sit at the opposite end of the school.
Yeah, I got banned from all science. Banned, man. I got banned because we had Mr. Buckley, and we were dissecting hearts once, and he's walked past, and I've got this heart and thrown it up, and it's gone stuck to the roof, and he's got, where's your heart? Like, where's the heart? He's blowing up. I'm like, I didn't get one. He's like, I know I gave you one, McKeown. Where is it? And as he's standing there, the thing's dislodged from the roof and just splattered down at his feet. Get it! Like, freaked out on me, like, just blew up, and I got banned. I got banned from science, man. I couldn't even choose science for an elective if I wanted to. Done.
I remember one time, one class with Berto, you're like, ready? I'll try and make us not do any work the whole time. I'll just get Berto razzed up. Let's go. And it was just back and forth the whole period, eh? Just like,
and the bell went.
We're just sitting there, just like watching Berto just go nee, and then you'd be just like nee.
Yeah, talking about
didn't do any work.
Yeah. I used to get him, eh? Fire, that was funny. That one time, me and Kai Hool, one of our best mates, we both got thrown out together, and we started having a sword fight with sticks. Remember? And we're out there having this sword fight, and I've taken a swing at him, and he's gone to block it, and I've hit his finger.
And Hool's got busted.
Yeah, and it went through his finger, and he blew his finger up.
Is that when you threw that big rock on? No, it was a big log, wasn't it?
No, that was
on the demountable.
That was a separate time. That was me on my own once, and I could see, like, I got thrown out, and you were in class, and I can see he's looking out, like, like looking at me, like kind of egging me on. I'm like, righto, boys, I'm putting on a fucking show. You want this? And I found this big hunk of concrete, like got it and just lobbed it up, and it just went boom on the roof. And he's just come out and he's like, "What the hell is going on here?" I was like, "You're not going to believe it, Perdo. You're not going to believe it. This eagle has come flying past. It's had something in its claws. As it's come past, I've looked at it. It's got startled and just dropped. Whatever it was, it just dropped and slammed on the roof. And he's just like, go to the principal! Like, McKeown! I'm just like, oh, shit.
How good is it now when you see him like out Dolly or something? They're just like, better.
Yeah.
He's just like a mate. Like.
Remember he used to like heckle us at school, so then we'd go at Dolly and we'd be out there like for the early, like let's burn Birdo, and we'd just party wave, just drop in on him and just take all these waves off him, and you'd see him giving us that look and he'd be like, "You wait till you get to school, you little pricks. That's my world. You can get me out here, but I'm going to get you back, you fuckers." Like,
we caused a bit of ruckus in school, didn't we?
Fuck, man, didn't
if
we?
only you could go back now, you'd play up. You'd play
Tenfold.
up a lot more, wouldn't you?
Way more, man. I mean, I played up almost as hard as I could get away with.
Yeah, but you still got to like maintain some kind of...
Some sort, yeah. But I definitely was pushing the envelope.
Remember the battles we used to have with the footy boys?
Oh, man. And it's funny
Food
now.
fights.
It's funny now they're our mates too.
Yeah.
You say, like, yeah, boys.
Yeah.
And but like those last years of school and the couple years out, it was still hot. It was still, you'd see them and you'd be like, fuck.
Go to a party and see him and it'd just be like,
yeah, and you're
it's
like,
on.
You're like, I'm not talking to this
Yeah.
dickhead. Like, fucking hate this guy and shit. Like, and now it's just like, yeah, lads, like, yeah, that was dumb, mate. What's going on, boys? But yeah, they were fucking pretty crazy times at school. And just like roping in Russ. Remember, we just like, Russ was our grommet. So we used to just make Russ, and like, if you don't do it, Russ, you're out. You can go and sit with someone else. You're not hanging with us unless you do this. And we just used to just make him do the craziest shit.
Remember when we, I think it was his first day, year 7, we made him lob that apple.
Yeah.
And it went straight into the lunchroom, the teacher's lunchroom.
That's right.
It was straight on a level 2,
Straight
first
up,
day, year
one,
7.
just boom, you're in trouble. And like, man, his parents, Kirky and Leanne, must have just been like, oh. And we'd like pin him down and give him haircuts and shit. And like, oh man. What about the 2-litre challenge?
The 2-litre challenge with dyed milk.
So we used to break into the lunchroom, the food tech room. And we busted in there one time. I think it was you and me went up too. We busted in there into the pantry, stole food dye. Then we skulked out of school, went across to the shop, bought 2 litres of milk. And like, we used to do it to the Groms, like Tane and Russ all the time. Like, you used to got to do it. And the 2-litre challenge, essentially, you got to scull 2 litres of milk in 2 minutes and it makes you puke.
Well, we ended up getting segregated, didn't we? Because we were so naughty. We had to sit away from everyone.
Yeah, behind and beneath the staff rooms, they're thinking, we can see him here, they're not going to play up. So then we're like, well, we've got no one to harass anymore. Let's just harass the teachers. So we remember the smudgies, we'd throw
smudgies with the 90s.
Yeah, we just used to heckle the teachers, man. They must have just been like, oh, what have we done?
They kind of loved us, but at the same time, didn't they?
Yeah. There was a couple in our crew they didn't love because they were a bit savage and a bit rude. But like, I feel like you and I could semi-butter them. Like, we were still nice. We were still good kids. We were just naughty.
We meant well.
We meant well, but we were looking for chaos. Like, we were chasing a bit of fun. But like, fuck, man. Like, the ones who liked us loved us.
Yeah.
Like, we had fans. Like, some of the teachers really liked us.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What else you got for us?
I got plenty here, bruh. So, like, after school, when we finished, I went straight into plumbing. So, you're a commercial fisherman now, but like, did you become a commercial fisherman straight out of school, or like,
no?
How did it all go?
Well, I mean, probably when I was about 17 or something like that. When I moved to Dolly, Ryan Welsh lived just down the road from us.
Yep, that's right.
And he had a little boat, and I didn't really know him that well. Only seen him in the water, but I knew he was a keen fisherman. And like, I went and hit him up one time. I was like, can you take me fishing? Because he was literally just down the road from me. And that's kind of how we kind of teed it off. And from there, yeah, we started fishing together, started getting a bit more into it. And then my grandpa actually gave me a boat.
That's right.
He gave me a boat, and we did it up, repowered it with a new outboard, and yeah, kind of developed the love from there. But I mean, I didn't start. I mean, I've been commercial fishing for like 8 years now, but fresh out of school, I think I was straight on the back end of a whippersnipper with Andy Leslie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a bit of whippersnipping. I think I did that for a good year or so. Then there was did a bit of tree lopping with Steve Blackie Wilson.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about that as well.
Did a bit of landscaping with Simon Abbott.
Simon Abbott. That's right. I forgot about all this.
Yeah.
Fully.
And then kind of one of my mates got a traineeship up in Jervis Bay, Tommy Whelan.
Yeah. Yep.
One of our good mates.
Yep.
Essentially getting like skipper's tickets kind of thing.
And was this something to do with mechanics?
Yeah, there's a mechanical aspect to it.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, so kind of applied for that and ended up getting the traineeship up there. And that was a 2-year traineeship. And from that you get a good amount of experience, like
and tickets and coxswains. What's that coxswains thing everyone talks about?
Yeah, coxswains and master 5. So can skipper a 25-meter boat commercially.
Yeah, mega boat.
Yeah. Well, it's not that big in the grand scheme.
You could drive a ferry, could you?
Yeah, I could drive a ferry.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of responsibility, you know. You're in charge of a lot of lives on board. If anything goes down, you're the one in the shit, you know.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
So yeah, did that. And that was with a company that was contracted to the Navy. So it was all, I was working with Navy personnel and everything was like pretty hoity-toity and
pretty
like,
strict.
you know, you had to you couldn't have like a beard or you couldn't have long hair.
You couldn't be running this fucking
definitely not. Definitely not this thing, bro.
No, fuck no.
You know, you'd get in trouble for having oil on your boots when you've been in the bilge of a boat.
Wow.
Like doing an oil change or something like that on a motor. It was it was a bit much for me, so I got the fuck out of there.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I got my tickets. The day I went to Sydney and passed my orals for my Master 5, I didn't go back to work.
Yeah. Yeah, just got
I stuck it to him.
Yeah, fucking out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
But yeah, fishing, so this is where it comes back to Welshie.
Yep.
While I was fishing with Welshie, I kind of there was a lad from here that's fished for, I don't know, he's been a fisherman his whole life. And that's I seen him from afar on the water, and that's when I seen kingfishing, like lead lining for the first time.
Yeah.
And being out there watching that guy fish is just like, wow, this guy's got it going on.
Yeah,
He's a beast. Like, that's what I want to fucking do one day if I can. Me and Welshie always talked about, like, you know, teeing up and working together, but he went his own different path. And but yeah, that's kind of what inspired me to be a fisherman in a sense.
Yeah.
And then I got an opportunity to actually work with old mate.
That guy.
Yeah.
We'll call him old mate for the sake of confidentiality.
Yeah.
Just because there may be a bit of a conversation.
Yeah, it could get a bit heated.
Yeah. Go on. But yeah.
Yeah, so ended up working with old mate.
Yep.
He was looking for someone to work with, and I was keen.
Oh, was he on the hunt? Like he was.
Yeah, he was hunting.
Right.
Yeah, and like, you know, just from like seeing each other on the water and stuff like that. Yeah, and like in the surf too, because he's a surfer.
Yeah. Yeah,
so ended up teeing up with old mate, which was definitely like a turning point in my career for sure.
Taught you a lot, huh?
Yeah. Oh, he was my biggest mentor.
Yeah.
Such a, I don't know, it was an inspiration to me at that point in time. That's how I always looked at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but things went a bit south.
Yeah.
But that was, I mean, I worked with him for 8 years.
It's a long time. Working for someone for a period of time, it gets to the point where the honeymoon phase starts to fizzle out.
Yeah, and we have like 20 years between us kind of thing. So
it's hard to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, fuck.
But I mean, it's that's fucking working, isn't it? That's a work relationship.
Yeah. And like, what's it like learning the ropes to become a commercial fisherman? Like, it's fucking hard yakka, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And
I mean, I was all for it. Like, you got to be keen.
Hmm.
You got to be keen, and you got to be willing to put yourself
bust
out there
ass.
in the fucking shit,
in the elements,
day after day. Back it up. You know, you have a big day.
early mornings.
You have a big day and you kill it. You do pretty good, and then you got to be keen enough to get up and go again the next day.
Yeah, and he's an animal. He goes hard, eh?
Oh yeah, I've definitely yeah, he was a big inspiration to me.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Like how hard he works, and like just his work ethic kind of thing. Like I've never really seen anyone with that kind of
Like
work
that.
ethic. Like to the point where he'd potentially like put his family to the side for work, you know. Like,
I mean, I guess sometimes it's what you've almost got to do.
yeah, it's what you got to do. But
controversial, but
yeah, definitely.
yeah. And so you did time too. You've told me about before. Like, you went out on the big commercial tuna boats and shit before, huh? What's
Yeah,
that all
I
about?
only did a couple of trips.
What's that all about?
Oh man, raw scene.
Is it? Like,
Yeah.
Give me a bit of that.
Oh, we're just spending nights at sea. You know, like doing what I'm doing at the moment. You're only doing. It's a
your
day trip. You know,
Yeah.
you do your day. You're in your bed at night. You know, you're back in the comfort of your own house by that afternoon. But doing that, you on a tuna boat. You belong to the ship. You know, you go wherever it goes. You're out there for days on end.
How many days do you do?
The couple of trips that I did, it was like 3 or 4 days.
Fuck, it's pretty hectic though.
Yeah, with
That's
a
enough.
Filipino crew. Yeah.
English?
Slight English.
Sort of. A little bit of English.
Yeah.
And they're hard. They're hardcore, those little lords. Eh?
Oh, they work so hard, man. You can see why. Like, you can definitely see why they employ them on the boats, because they're built for that shit. You know.
Tough little fuckers.
Yeah, they'd be out there pulling fish, gaffing fish, cleaning tuna, like bagging tuna, picking these like 60-kilo fish up off the deck, and then they're only like, you know,
little guys.
yay high.
Yeah. Holy shit.
And then they'd be running inside, cooking rice, putting on dinner, running back out, gaffing more fish,
ripping in.
more cleaning, like repairs, like just on the money, eh?
Just hard little units. And like, did any crazy shit happen when you're out there? Like, or was it just the whole experience is crazy?
I mean, the whole thing was pretty crazy.
I
think one trip we ended up with just over 300 fish.
Yep. That's a shitload, right?
Or 300. I mean, 300 barrels.
300 fish seems like a lot, but I mean, I don't know what those boats rip in.
It's a lot of fish.
Shitloads.
Yeah. Because you got to individually like
handle 300
rip the guts out of, paralyze, put in a bag, pick up, put in a tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard yakka, that's for sure.
Fuck.
I was actually on the boat that it's called the Cabiana, and the Pirello's boat.
Yeah.
So the one that got done for the
really?
The gear.
Whoa.
The gear transfer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. But that thing was like top notch vessel.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's like, are you getting seasick ever or not?
Definitely I've been seasick before, yeah, but I mean, I've become accustomed to it now.
Yeah, I mean,
depends how seedy I am the next day, really. If I have a big night or something like that, and I got to back it up the next day, you're definitely feeling a bit queasy.
Man, I get so seasick.
Yeah.
Remember those times? I have not been on your new boat,
dude.
When we went out,
you're a shocker.
When we went out on your granddad's boat, I turned green, man. You could give me every sort of seasickness med you wanted, I'd turn green. I remember there's a photo of man, you jammed the hand line over my arm.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there green, hanging off the fucking side of the boat, like, puking, bellying up, just, and like getting fish. Remember, I was catching a few, and I'd be like this, like, you got to wind it in, and like someone would, and I'd be like, pull it in, like just like.
Lads on the flatty bash, eh?
Oh, that was
going
so
and detonating a few flatties.
He just wouldn't go in because if he wanted to get fish, and I'd just be like, what the fuck am I doing out here? And like, I'm scarred. I haven't been out since.
Yeah.
But I'm all about you guys fishing. You just keep on fishing.
Cheers, bro. I'm gonna try and do it for as long as I can.
Yeah, you
that
just
is
keep
for
fishing,
sure.
because then I eat good fish and it's just like it's all good, you know. Yeah. So you still do, but you were going away for months at a time fishing up the coast, right?
Up the coast, down the coast.
Yeah, but like when you'd go for a stint, like you'd leave town for months, right? And wouldn't come back. What was going on there?
Oh, well, that was traveling like 10 hours away. So, you know, you're not coming home just for a couple of days, you know.
No.
You kind of need like more than a week of shit weather.
Yeah.
To return home, because it's not worth it.
No,
otherwise.
No. It's expensive and stuff, fuel and that.
Yeah, or just like, you know, by the time you get home, it's time to fucking
turn around and go back.
Yeah, turn around and go back. But yeah, definitely done some long stints away from home.
And where were you going, or is that like you don't
No, just north of Coffs.
Yeah. Keep it at that, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't give up the secret spot you have all the
just north of Coffs.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets pretty quiet around here in winter, and it's not very prosperous. So
no.
You got to search for greener pastures, you know.
Yeah, and it was cranking up there. Like you were earning a good crust up there, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I've only been up there a few years, but yeah, kind of just did like a bit of a seek and destroy mission, and took off up the coast with some other guy that I'd started fishing with for a little bit.
Yeah.
Frankie.
Oh yeah, Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie. Yeah, we kind of, I don't know, there was always like chirp of it for a couple of years. Like, we should go and do this trip. Like, this guy's been chirping that there's like this red hot bit of fishing to be done up there. And we got up there and did it. And we were like, whoa, this is crazy. And we had the whole joint to ourselves.
Yeah. No
one else around. Psycho fishing.
What are you doing? Like, are you getting an Airbnb, or are you just fucking
roughing it?
What, swags? Shit.
Yeah.
What, just getting a van park?
Oh, we did a van park for a little bit.
Or just in the boat ramp or something?
No, we just behind the pub there.
Right.
Yeah, in this town, they've got like a vacant block of land.
Just setting up on the...
They let us perch up behind the pub.
Oh, so you asked for the permission to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So we were like, you know, stealing power and stuff to like run our freezers, and you know, just had the little dendy going on. Yeah.
That's sick.
But you're not spending much time, you know.
Yeah, no, you're doing the whole days out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. And then you're not going with Frankie anymore. You used to go with old mate as well. So now you're not doing that, but you went up recently and you've told us about this you've given me some stories. This is like, I mean, commercial fishermen are renowned to be the most mongrel of the bunch. Like there's some tough units coming out of that industry.
Yeah, and some slippery gypsies too, that's for sure.
Yeah, fully. But tell us about Steve-O. I remember you telling me about this fella Steve-O. Like,
Steve-O.
What's his guy? He's
Steve-O's a bloke that I've always just seen on the water. Like, you know, you get to know people like on their boats before you get to know people on land, just from like being out there and fishing around each other, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know who they are from afar, but like you never really met them on land, you know?
Yeah.
So Steve-O was always someone that I've fished around, but he ended up near Coffs one year. After the first year that we went up there, he ended up coming up there because he knew that we did pretty well.
Yeah, he was onto it.
And teed it up with him. And yeah, he's an absolute animal.
He's the man.
He's an absolute bit of gold.
Yeah, give us a bit of a rundown, Steve-O.
I suppose he'd be in his 40s, so he's kind of in that scene where like raving first come on the scene.
Yeah,
you know, that first kind of like first kind of era to like, you know, eat fucking dingers and fucking just get up. I mean, like, the lad still gets up it. I was yakking to him the other night on the phone and he was like 5 pills deep.
He's
just
still
like,
about it.
Just like, fucking let's go. Like.
Like, what are those? You tell me some stories where you'd get up at like, I don't know if you were going fishing or if you were just up because you were partying, but you'd be driving through the caravan park just pumping techno.
just pumping it, man. Just going for a bit of just a little burn around the neighborhood.
Just a little lap to get something
lads
to do.
just fucking got just techno, just blaring, just there, just that.
Really?
Just getting so into it.
Man, he sounds like a mad dog.
Yeah.
Something heavy happened to him, didn't he? Something went south. They got stuck in the mega current when they were at anchor and the boat went down.
Yeah, he ended up, it was pretty sad scene, actually. He ended up flipping his boat about 10k offshore.
Fuck, man.
And he was in the piss for no other boats around. He was in the piss for about 2 hours or something like that.
Just floating around in the water?
Floating with the vessel upside down.
So he got on the boat?
Well, I mean, like...
On the bottom, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. Well, kind of just hanging with it, like...
Shit, there's sharks and shit up there, eh? Is that fucking gnarly?
Oh, bro. Definitely not somewhere that you want to be.
You don't want to be there?
No,
and
not at all.
Do they have heaps of shit on the boat and stuff?
Lost the boat, man. Lost the boat. They,
With everything on it, like, gone, everything.
Yeah.
Just all they had was their bodies, that's it.
Yeah, well, they were floating with the boat, and then the marine rescue come and picked them up.
How'd they get onto the marine rescue?
EPUB. Yeah.
But like, how do you ignite, I guess, or how do you fucking activate the EPUB?
Well, it activates when it goes in the water.
Oh, right.
Oh,
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just gone.
Well, like you can self-activate it, but like if your boat uprights itself,
it fucking sets off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so they were in the... He was working with another guy, that like a local up there.
Yep.
And they ended up in the piss for a couple of hours before, emergency
Why in the
services.
piss, just so people know you mean like in the drink,
right? Yeah,
right?
in the drink, yeah. Treading water.
Yeah,
fuck. Yeah. Treading water. And anyway, so the marine rescue come out to pick them up, and they started towing the boat back home. And they had to tow it through a marine park. And that was a no-no. So they had to let the boat go overnight. And then they ended up losing the boat overnight.
Sunk. To the bottom. Gone.
Yeah.
Have they ever
ended up washing up on Yamba Beach.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
I didn't know. What?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that part.
Ended up washing up on Yamba Beach.
Well, that's crazy, man.
Crazy, man. And
is Yamba pretty far from where he's at or not?
It'd be like a hour north kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah. But like that, like I think there was like a hell southerly blowing, so it just kind of went that way.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the boat was a write-off, absolute write-off.
It was a sick boat too, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. It was like a 7-meter alley thing with like a 250 or something on the back, like a good lump of steel.
A good boat.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Fuck.
A great lump of steel.
Wow.
But yeah, that was pretty devastating to like hear that happen to and it rattled him too. Like that lad's got so much experience on the water.
Yeah,
and something like that happens.
It's an expensive fuck up he'd be spewing, man.
Kind of hits home. You're like, fuck.
Shit.
You don't really think about it too much while you're out there, but like shit can fucking go wrong.
So wrong.
Yeah.
Have you well on that, like what do you reckon some of like the what's some of your craziest stories at sea, you reckon?
Probably I got a few that come to mind, that's for sure. Probably being like 10k offshore and like you got humpbacks jumping around you. Like, and them things fucking land on the boat, your Darcys.
Just
big
like
whale. People are like, oh, whales. But like, I don't want to see them things,
No, you don't want to know,
No. Especially when they're on their way fucking back down or back up, and they're in great numbers. Like, they're scary things,
Yeah.
Yeah, things like that. Bar crossings.
Yeah.
Gnarly bar crossings. Shaking in your boots. Looking at like 3-4 footers just like breaking absolutely heaving on a bar, and you're in the mouth of the bar for like 20 minutes or so, going round and round, waiting for a gap to get out, so you can get out and potentially try and make some money,
Yeah. Shit, it's pretty gnarly, eh?
Things like that.
Have you ever got done on a bar or not?
Nah, I definitely caught some good waves.
Just like punching and boom.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I've had the joint blown out of my mouth a few times.
Have you?
Yeah.
What, just puffing the thing?
Yeah.
The thing.
Yeah,
Done.
just puffing me joint on the way out in the morning, coming over the bar. Not even on an early morning, but just like a little cheeky one will get in and just like, I've had my windscreen punched in before by a wave.
Wow.
Yeah, that's when my joint got blasted out of my mouth.
That's a heavy start, eh? It's a shit start in the morning.
What else we got?
What about the hook in your arm?
Yeah, hookage. Definite hookage.
Give that story. That's a good one.
Yeah, so me and my new fishing partner.
Yep.
Defcon Dan, Currong's finest. Yeah.
What's his last name? Dan Zaccanini.
Zaccanini.
It's a good last name. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so kind of teed it up with him after I've finished up working with old mate.
Yep.
And anyways, we were up his local fishing up there, and it was a good morning. Like the fish were fucking going off, kingies.
Kingfish.
Yeah, kingfish.
Yep.
And we had the fish to ourselves, which is like
Rare.
Oh, not rare, but like
good.
It's kind of it plays a big part in like how many you can get out of them. You know, if you got heaps of boats on them, they shut down real quick. Yeah, but if you're the only boat on the fish, you can keep them going for a bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got a few fish. Like they're all like kind of like 10 to 15 kilo fish, like a pretty decent fish. And we were losing a few at the time because we were just trying to like swing them in over the side.
Yeah.
And anyways, Dan had this fish and it come up alongside the boat, and I was like, I'm gonna put the gaff into this thing just so we get the dog, you know. Yeah. So I'd gone over his side of the boat, put the gaff in it, swung it in the boat, and just in the heat of the moment, come in like that, and the rig that we fish has 2 hooks. Yeah. And one of the hooks was hanging out of the fish.
They're fucking big, aren't they? Oh, that big?
Oh, like fucking...
Yeah, like...
A good size hook.
Yeah.
Like, you're definitely not bending it or cutting it with bulkies unless you got like a massive set of bulkies. Yeah, so swung it in and the fish has done a big head kick and just sunk this hook just straight into my wrist. And so I had the hook in my wrist and like a 10 kilo fish hanging off it, and just going and Dan's just going, just put this thing in a headlock, and then controlled the fish while it was shaking around, and then we cut the rig off. And I was just like, in the heat of the moment, couldn't even feel anything. I was just running on adrenaline. It was just are you serious? Dan was looking at it just going, fuck, man. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
So it was buried in my wrist. And
like the whole thing, like what part of the hook were you seeing? Like, could you see any of it?
Just the end bit that's attached to the line.
Oh, the eye of it or whatever.
Yeah, the eye of it.
And no tip. Like,
nah, the tip was my skin was kind of pointed up where the barb was coming through,
but wasn't
the barb
out.
Hadn't penetrated back through.
Fuck.
And like it was like we were doing pretty good at the time, so I was like, fuck, we'll try and, because we had bulk pliers on the boat.
Yeah.
So I was like, we'll have a crack at trying to pop the barb through, cut it off, and then like pull it back the other way.
Yeah.
And I had a good few cracks at pulling it through.
Just jamming the thing to pop it out the other side.
Yeah, trying to come back through with the barb. And I had Dan there pushing while I was pulling. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, it was gnarly.
Did you pop it through?
No, I couldn't.
You couldn't pop it through?
No, I couldn't. It's crazy how tough human skin is.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Yeah, so ended up having to do probably like a 8 or 10k run back into the ramp with this hook in my hand, in my wrist.
Was it starting to hurt too? Like?
Yeah, definitely.
Fuck.
Yeah, definitely. Could feel like all my muscles and shit tensing up around it.
That's so
got back to the ramp, had another crack at getting it out because we actually had like a decent set of bulk pliers and
bolt cutters.
Yeah, bolt cutters,
Yeah.
so we could like cut it and pull it through. Because I mean that's all they do at hospital.
Yeah.
But yeah, had to go. Dan's mum actually ended up taking us into Shoalhaven Hospital.
Wow.
And yeah, they cut me open and took it out.
Oh, I remember you in. Yeah,
And I was out of action for a bit then.
You were all taped up. I remember we went out bush, looking for something.
Yes.
Looking for
something of the magic kind.
Something of the magic kind. And and you were like, yeah, I'll drive. Bro, you only got one hand, eh? Like, I don't need fucking both wings to drive. Get in the car. We're just in there, you got the joint hanging out your mouth, you're drinking beers, you're out there. And I remember too, you got one hand, and you're just like dumping it to the drifting up the road, doing burnout, and then like changing gear with beer. I'm just like, oh my god, you're a thoroughbred.
You can drive stick one-handed now, eh?
Yeah, you can do it, eh?
Yeah.
Sometimes if you're eating, you can like reach over and that. But like,
no, she's manageable, that's for sure.
It's manageable. That was hectic.
Yeah,
right. And then, so how did they get it out of hospital? I remember you talking about them like trying to like grind the tip off or some shit first.
Yeah, so they dosed me up with local anaesthetic.
Yep.
I had a good dose of that. And yeah, so they had to cut a little bit, like where the barb was coming through, they had to cut it with a scalpel. Pop the barb through, and they were sitting there with a Dremel, like, you know, one of them little like
little gravy kind of things. Yeah.
So they cut the tip off and then pulled it back out the other way.
And that's how they did it eventually, was grinded it off with the Dremel.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then I had to go back in the next day for it to be opened up properly.
Sliced you, huh?
Yeah, I had to go under so they could
asleep.
Yeah, I had to go under so they could.
Just for your arm?
Yeah, but it was like 3 mil from me bone.
Oh, right.
So it went pretty deep, and it's a dirty hook that's been like
jammed up
in a hook's mouth.
in
a fish's mouth.
Yeah.
With a bit of bait on it.
Yeah, it's pretty rancid.
Getting around in the boat for like a couple of weeks.
Probably rusty and shit too.
Yeah. And I've had a pretty bad run with staph in my life, so I definitely would have copped a bit of staph if that didn't.
So they just and how big you reckon? Like 8 centimeters, just sliced you.
Yeah, what would you call that?
Oh, that's it there.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah, 6 centimeters or something. 50 centimeters.
It's
a fair fucking slash though, eh? Oh man, that's so gnarly. I just can't even imagine you just trying to jam the prick through, man.
It's crazy what you can do when you're going on adrenaline.
Oh, that's so raw, bruh. Holy crap.
But like, you know, the only reason was because we're doing well, and it was like,
you didn't want to go.
I fucked that session for the boys.
Yeah.
Because I ended up with a hook in my arm, like.
Oh fuck, bro! Like, come on.
But that's I don't know. You fuck around and find out, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it was an accident. You weren't really fucking around, but shit. So at the moment, you're now leasing your own license and essentially fishing for yourself. You're not fishing with old mate anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were fishing together because it was his license. You've got your own. How did that come about? Like, why are you now fishing on your own?
Well, I suppose it's kind of more like a pride and like kind of like turf war kind of thing. It kind of all come about because he's a jealous cunt, really, over money, things like that.
Yeah.
He had to take a bit of time on the sideline for a few days, and I ended up slaying a bit of fish while he wasn't able to fish.
Yeah.
And that kind of come back on me like I was betraying him.
Yeah.
But
so he's thinking that you're out fishing on his license and that you shouldn't be fishing unless you're with him, and he's taking it the wrong way or something.
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of just stuck it to him. Was like, no, I'm not working with this guy anymore. Like, I can't do it. Like, we've had our little moments throughout the 8 years that we worked together. Like, I mean, you side to side on a boat, fucking all day, every day. Like,
it's pretty. You're in each other's face.
Yeah. And like I said, there's like almost 20 years between us. So it's
that's something too.
You know, you're not really with someone your your own age, on your same wavelength, like, you know, you can't really talk about the same kind of things, like periods on the boat where you'd like it'd just be like silent for fucking like 20 minutes or something, like you're just like, holy fuck, what's this guy thinking, like, you know, always trying to like work him out, like took me years to even like try and half work him out. But yeah, I got to a point where I was just like, fuck this is giving me anxiety fucking working with this guy, like I'm not dealing with it anymore. So yeah, I went out and did my own thing. But yeah, kind of just like the start of the year, kind of got on a bit of a run of fish just out of home here, which was nice. Like,
I remember,
you know, instead of having to go
elsewhere
10 hours up the coast, 2 hours that way, you know, you fucking driving 5 minutes into town and launching the boat. And so good, man, so good. But yeah, anyways, he was on the water working too.
And his butt hurt. He's cranky.
Yeah.
He's thinking you've gone out and betrayed him. Like, in his head, he's taught you everything. And he's thinking, well, this guy owes me because he wouldn't be able to do fucking anything if it weren't for me.
It was the master versus the apprentice, lad.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's what it was. But yeah, so we ended up on the water working around each other. And like, you know, he was sending me messages like, you fucking, if you see me on the water, go the other fucking way. Like, don't even come anywhere fucking near me. Blah, blah, blah. And I respected that. I was like, yeah, sweet, no worries. Anyways, I ended up finding a bit of fish, and they were there for like a week. And I was peppering them every day, dirts. And he caught on to where I was catching them. And he ended up moseying down to where we were working, me and Dan. And yeah, kind of got to a point where he was almost trying to ram me in his boat.
Yeah, fuck. Remember you saying that? So like he's just
full fishing wars, man. Full turf wars. But like, I mean, I can kind of see where he's coming from. He's someone that's like, you know, thoroughbred, grown up in this town,
slugged it out,
born and bred.
Yeah.
Like,
no, you were pretty respectful about it from what I saw, anyway.
Well, I tried to be. Like, you know, I don't want to start any shit. Like,
no.
I run away from fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm never one to fucking start a fight.
No.
Can be a little bit of a smart ass sometimes, but like,
yeah, fucking.
I mean, whatever. I'm not hunting for it.
Not chasing the blue, no.
Yeah, so it got to a point where like, you know, we had to work like within like 50 meters of each other kind of thing, and like you could just see him fucking like staring me down, like just like and like the anxiety of working around him on the water. Like
he did try and ram you, huh?
Yeah, tried to ram me. And then he rolled up at the co-op while we were unloading fish and was threatening me again. Like, you know, I don't give a fuck who's on the boat with you, I'm gonna fucking ram you if you do that shit to me again. Just thinking like, whoa, like it's pretty hard to get up the next day and go to work when you've got someone fucking threatening you like that, you know?
Yeah, that's fucked. And it's understandable if he was like working a patch of fish and you've rolled in and like, you want another one of those?
I love one.
He understandable if like he's sensitive ends. If he was working the patch of fish and you've gone and bombed on him, understandable. But you're there, you found the zone, you've done the work. He's come in and just been like, "Nah, you're a grommet. Fucking get out of here. This is my spot."
Well, I mean, they're all zones that he's fished for fucking years, you know. But like,
he wasn't there, was he?
Nah.
The ocean's everyone's.
That's it. That's what I was. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd shake hands with him and be like,
peace.
Look, thanks for everything you've shown me, blah, blah, blah. Let's work in with each other. If you find a patch of fish,
let me know.
Fucking let me know. I'll let you know what I find, and let's fucking
make some money.
Exactly. But no, he's got too much pride kind of thing to let that happen. So yeah, shit went real sour, that's for sure.
Yeah, you can't. You can't control how someone's responding to what you're doing, eh?
No. But still forever thankful for what he's taught me.
Yeah. The Grand Maester.
Just taught me a whole lot. Definitely how not to act to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, you were in you had a bit of stress there, and especially like after our summer as well, like we'd had a big summer, really big summer.
Oh, dude.
We'll go into that soon, but like we had a big summer and then straight back into work and straight back into that. Like the last thing you needed after that, our shenanigans over summer was that shit, eh?
Yeah, I think there was one day when I was working in that same area after all this shit had gone down with old mate.
Yes, this is good actually. I'm glad you're bringing this up.
So I had the anxiety of working around old mate and seeing him on the water and what would happen if I seen him at the ramp or like, you know, he's
fucking. He'd flog you.
Well, he's got that. He's got that drive unit to him, you know. Like
he's a unit.
He kind of like presents himself like he would flog you, you know. But
and he's not a little.
I don't know if he would, but like, you know, he's a intimidating lad. Like, you know, you've surfed with him.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Yeah, so I had that going on. Anyways, I was down working on my own in this spot this one morning, and I was there for a couple of hours, and this boat come down, and they were in the same area, and I didn't see, like, I just thought they were there fishing, you know, and I'm going around in circles, doing my little run, went past this boat. Well, they didn't wave me down or anything, and they actually had divers in the water.
Yeah.
And if you have divers in the water, you're meant to have a flag on your boat. You're meant to be within the vicinity of your divers. Your divers are meant to have, like, you know, buoys and flags on their fucking buoys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know they had divers in the water, and I was roaring along, trolling. And anyways, I ended up...
You got lines in the water, eh?
Got lines in the water, 2 lines in the water. And I ended up hearing this... And I was just like, what the... And I ended up looking over the side of my boat, and there was some guy's head there. A diver's head popped out of the water. And I just had to take the boat out of gear. And... it was hectic. Almost killed this guy. Because he wasn't... You know,
he didn't give you any sort of
visualization
or whatever.
And so they were all Lebanese. These guys that had come down from Campbelltown,
tough boys,
for a day fishing, you know.
Yeah.
And the 4 lads on the boat ended up coming over to me and blowing up at me. Oh, you fucking dumb cunt! You fucking. I was like, what do you mean? You've got, like, you haven't notified me that. You've got divers in the water.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it got a bit heated there for a bit.
It was just you, right?
It was like 6. It was like the two lads in the water,
4 on the boat.
4 on the boat, all big Lebanese lads.
Yeah.
Going off at me, and it got to the point where I was just like, fuck this. I'm just gonna drive away from them, like, you know.
Yeah.
Drove away. I still had my lines in the water.
Yeah.
And like both of my lines had like 6 hooks on them.
Yeah.
Ended up jamming one of these hooks into this diver's ass.
So what? You've just fucking just fed it, just taken off. Because this
Lebo's lad, you fucking dumb cunt, I'm fucking gonna get your rego and fucking come after you. You're done.
Yeah.
Like coming over to me real close, and I was like, I got lines in the water here, boys. Like
piss off, you're gonna fucking get tangled up. Yeah.
So I put the boat in gear and started taking off.
And did you take off because you were like, if these guys come over, we're gonna get a tangle. I gotta get out. So you were just trying to protect them yourself, not fuck up your gear. You were just trying to get out of there.
I was trying to get the fuck out of there. I didn't want to deal with it.
No, fair.
I did not want to deal with it. Anyways, ended up jamming one of the hooks on the line into the diver in the water. It's straight into his ass, eh? Popped up just going, I watched my I watched my pole on the side of the boat just go and load up and just go ping.
So it snapped off in his ass.
I lost my whole line on this diver.
On
Yeah.
his ass.
Yeah.
Holy shit, cop that.
Yeah. And then, it was on. This guy wanted me. He
Did they
was
come
like,
after you?
Yeah, they were chasing me around in the boat, like filming me, trying to get me rego and that. And
They had no leg to stand on though, eh?
I mean, if I had hit that diver, I would have been cooked. You know, that would have been my livelihood gone.
Yeah.
Would have been straight on the fucking lick stick and Darcys.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you can't get out of it because they fucking haven't showed sort of like signs that there's divers.
Well, I did my bit and, you know, videoed them with no flags on.
Yeah.
No, I tried to cover my own ass too.
But still, like, it's like if someone dives in front of your car and you've been smoking bungers and you clean them up and they try and sue you and then they do a test and it's just like, you're done. Doesn't matter what the case, if that's in your system, you're done.
But I mean, like, it was, you know, you're always learning, you know, like, you got to be so observant about what's going on around you.
Lucky, eh?
So lucky, man. So lucky.
So not what you needed as well, like, after all that other shit.
No, it was a bit of a heated time, that's for sure.
What was that? You were a bit stressed there, weren't you?
Yeah.
I remember that. You were seeming like you're fucking pretty shook after all that, eh?
So shook, man. Pretty hard to get up and go to work the next day after you
doing all that crap.
Oh,
fuck. I mean, you pulled it though, eh? It's all good now. You're better off for it.
Well, yeah, you got to fuck around and find out, don't you?
No, that's
how you learn.
It's the only way, especially you and I. We were just talking about
the hard way, brother.
We only learn the hard way. I can't learn by just sitting there going, this is what's right and what to do. I got to really fuck it up to learn. It seems like that's how we do.
I've fucked up that many times.
How annoying.
Many a time, and still forever gonna fuck up.
Oh, man.
Is the thing.
I know. And even when you know...
I've dropped me boat on the ramp before. That was a good fuck up.
Did ya?
Did
you fuck it?
Yeah, it was like... I didn't like fuck it completely, but like...
Did it
had a new outboard on there too, just as I got like the boat that I'm fishing off at the moment, all like done up after Scotty Bra fucking did it all up and shit. And
yeah. So Scott, just for the sake of it, like Scotty Bra...
Scotty Bra's my dad.
Yeah. Just so like
the OG.
Scott Piper.
Yeah.
Is the name. Scotty Bra's little nickname we've given him, just for the sake of people going, who's this Scotty Bra? But yeah, Scotty Bra, keep going.
Yeah, so we did up the boat that I'm fishing out of at the moment, and
it's tidy.
He did heaps of work on it. Like, he's a pretty nifty old fella.
Builder by trade, right? Or carpenter.
Yeah, carpenter by trade, but like, shaped surfboards.
Yeah,
he's got a pretty good idea on how to do it. A lot of things. Yeah, so he did all the fiberglassing on the boat that I got at the moment, and we got it repowered with a brand new motor, and then within probably the first like couple of months of me having the boat, fucking dropped the boat on the ramp.
Damage, like
like scratches and shit, but like, you know, you can figure, but like that was like heartbreaking, man. Like looking at me boat just like off the trailer on the ramp, just going, Daddy's gonna kill me.
Were you embarrassed too, like crew scene?
I was so embarrassed, man.
Wow.
I was almost in tears. Almost in tears. All I wanted to do was get the fuck out of there.
How'd you get it in the drink then after that? How'd you get in the water?
Jammed it in the reverse.
The boat?
Yeah. No. Me ute.
And what, just shoved the fucking thing in?
And just fucking flat bickies on the accelerator and just like pushed it back into the water. Winched it back on, and got the fuck out of there.
Is it pretty gnarly, like launching the boat and shit by yourself when you go on your own? Or
it depends where you are. Like the ramp here is fine; it's pretty sheltered.
You've had some gnarly ones though,
but yeah, definitely launching in like real surgy kind of swelly kind of conditions. Like shit can go wrong real easy. That's for sure.
It's so hectic, man.
But yeah. Fuck around and find out.
And
always learning.
Did you fuck up? Is that why it happened?
I fucked up.
You fucking cooked it somehow.
I fucking cooked up.
Yeah, okay.
Stoned, number one. But like,
So
done a lot of things stone. So like,
that's like, can't blame it on that. I've seen you kick goals and achieve a lot pretty stone. So that's no cop out, man.
Nah, but pretty much the boat was sitting on the trailer all cocked off, and I just wanted to readjust it and unhooked it and fucking
slid off.
Yeah.
And how would you do that properly? Back it back down, get it so it's got a bit of water on it floating, and then adjust it or something?
Not unhook the boat.
Fuck around and find out, ding.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Fuck, lad. Well, let's talk a little bit about fish and pot. You're wearing the shirt. Give the camera a little bit of a focus. Fish and pot. Has it got the back print?
No back print on this
Not
one.
on that one?
No.
Okay. But yeah, what's that mean? What's that? What is fish and pot?
Fish and pot is essentially getting a good feed of fish.
Yep.
Fucking smoking a shitload of pot. And having a good cook up with the lads.
Fucking oath it is. How good is it, man? Oh, I love fish and pot. Like, it's good too, because I don't really fish or do anything, so I just roll in with this 6-pack.
Reap the rewards.
And I just reap the benefits, man. Like, I eat fish, I smoke pot, and I just sit there just going like, boys, I love your hobbies. Keep it up. Or your job. But like, so yeah, we've had a few, and we use that keg. It's like a keg cut in half with a burner built into it.
Yeah, Ringer's Wesley Ring's dad's fish cooker.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Crank it up with a bunch of oil and just throw the fish in. And we've done all kinds, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, having all you guys as my friends.
Fish and pot night.
Yeah. So you're eating fish, you're smoking pot.
And you're hanging out with the lads.
And you're hanging with your mates.
Yeah.
And it was so good, you thought, I'm going to start making a bit of merch.
Bit of merch.
I got a couple
Definitely
of
haven't stuck to it. It's kind of
Well, you're a busy man.
I mean, it's kind of hard to like get keen to punch out merch when you're spending a lot of time on the ocean.
On the water, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's alright. Like, the wheels are in motion. You've made a couple.
Yeah.
I've got a few. It's already slightly dispersed. Like, it's out there.
Oh, lads are towy for him. I'm just too fucking lazy to make them, you know.
I know. People are always like, get me one of them fish and pot shirts. We even sent a couple over to Los Angeles, didn't we? Shano took
No, with Shano, yeah.
Shano was all about fish and pot. First night Shano got here. So I've already done an interview with Shane. He was one of my second one ever. But Shane Borland
rolled straight into a fish and pot night.
Came here and stayed for a little while. And the first thing, I didn't even really know him. He was a mutual friend. I said he could just kind of crash for a couple of nights. Ended up being one of my best buddies. But he, I was like, oh, okay, like, I don't know who this guy is. Like, I'm about to go down to a fish and pot night. You want to come? He came down there and just got very amongst it. Got amongst all of it. There was fish, pot, and fungus that night too.
Fish and fungus.
Fish and fungus. And
that's another shirt.
Yeah. Carcass for cash. Remember
Carcass
that?
for cash.
That's a good slogan. Fish and pot, and on the back, carcass for cash. It's good, eh? Yeah. But yeah, fish and pot, man. I love fish and pot. They're the best nights ever.
Well, it's it's pretty basic kind of lifestyle, isn't it?
Simple, man. Just,
I mean, it's the hunter gatherer.
Hunter gatherer, getting a bit chibbed with your mates and just
go out,
drink a couple beers and eat some fucking
collect a bit of fish, harvest a bit of bud.
It's not that hard.
No, it's not, is it?
It's not that hard. Well, all right. We've been talking about fishing for a bit. Let's talk about a little something else. So we've just had summer's just passed. We're in autumn now. We've just had the biggest fucking summer ever. Like, that's our biggest one yet. Like, we usually go pretty big in summer, but like, that's the most big consecutive nights back to back I've probably ever had.
It's the biggest I've gone in my life, I reckon.
It was so huge, man. And there was 2 campaign leaders. That was you and I. We're at every single one of them. It was looking like...
I think I might have missed out on 1 or 2 events, but...
Did you? Oh, you didn't... Like, I don't... Yeah. Most of my memories, it was you and I.
It was pretty much 2 or 3 weeks straight of just...
blasting.
Paraphernalia.
Oh, man. That was so big, man. It was like, finish work, and we just blasted all up to New Year's. Blasted like summer holidays was like, I guess I had probably a month or 6 weeks off, and it was just non-stop, man. Like usually we do beach days and this and that and hang and blah blah. It was just on for young and old, just back to back. We'd have the biggest blastings ever, and then just next night, like a couple of hours sleep and back up and just like
straight into it again,
into
eh?
another one. Like sleepless nights, relentless.
It was
stuff.
deadly.
It was like there was a while there where I thought your missus was gonna shoot me, and I thought you were gonna get dumped. I was like,
oh, I thought I was seriously on the bricks for a bit there, eh?
It was looking almost that way, yeah.
Remember when we rolled back home after, was it Friendsmas? When we had like our friend's Christmas?
Yeah, that's right. And we're in that little...
And then we ended up going back to my house.
Yeah.
And Stevie was getting up for work the next day.
Yeah.
And she was like, already knowing what we've been up to for the 2 weeks beforehand.
Yeah.
Baby, if there is anyone here when I get home, fucking...
Watch out.
Like, holy dooly, man.
And remember, just like we're blasting it and we're doing, like, this is like the whole night. The next morning we're doing, won't go into specific detail, but it involves horses. Just ripping right on in. And you're like, boys, Stevie's going to be back in an hour. We need to really rip in for this next hour. And we just got so up it, like...
And the grums come around for a little bit.
Yeah, and it was just like a bloodbath. We had Fat Boy Slim on the speaker. Just,
Brighton Beach set,
Brighton Beach.
2002, whatever it was.
We're going so big, man. And it was like, all right, half an hour. Go, boys. Doof, 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 doof. 20 minutes. Boof, boof, boof. 10. Boof, boof. All right, boys. Wrap it. Quick, get out of here. And it was just sort of like we're just in it to the last second. And it's like, right, everyone go. Just scattered like fucking rats when you turn the light on. Like we just split.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
I think that Harvey ended up fucking putting maybe a couple of cubic meters of mulch into the
that's right, because you had
the
chores
garden, eh?
and you were like, I'm going to blast it, but I got to do what I got to do. That's right. And group chat was going off of your videos just ludicrous behaviour, running mulch around and shit. That was crazy, man. That was the biggest summer ever. Like, it was so huge.
I'd like to say that we'd back that up again, but it'd be pretty hard to...
Oh, we probably could. Come summer,
we
man.
could, but like, it was... I mean, we just had that much good shit on, didn't we? It was hard not to get wrapped up in it.
We had access to a lot of other good shit.
Yeah.
At our fingertips was just there at the ready whenever we were ready.
Deadly.
Yep. Oh, man. And how's this? So, like, this year we're all turning 30. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, I've definitely been trying to pick and choose my battles a bit more
So
these
have I.
days. Purely because I know what's coming up this year.
So gnarly, man. 30s.
We have a lot of friends.
And we have, everyone's kind of the same age. It's 30. 30's going to be so big, man. Like, I think I'm going to put on a skit shindy.
What do you reckon you're going to do?
Well, I reckon I'm going to be in LA/Mex for my actual birthday. But, like, see, it's a little bit tactical because I can milk it. I can have a Los Angeles blasting.
Can have a double 30th.
Yep. I can be 30 on the day over there. Ham it up. Go for it. And then I can come back here. And then the weekend I get back so I'm not sad after coming home from my trip. Just throw a 30th somewhere. And just do it again. And just blast it again. And then, like, it's your 30th, man. Like, it's only happened once.
It's a milestone, really, eh?
Isn't it? I thought I'd be dead mid-20s. So, like, I'm going pretty good.
Yeah, it's a bit of an achievement to fucking crack the 3-0, isn't it?
Great achievement. I'm feeling every bit of it too, but... Yeah, alright, Ding. Well, we're pretty much close to wrapping it up. We're out of beers too. Well, you still got a couple of swigs there.
I'm coming close to the end of this.
So, like, let's not torture ourselves in here. We'll go back out. We got them on ice. Let's go and have a couple more. But, so what's coming for Darcy? What's the future? What's the future looking like?
The future,
like the next...
Future ding.
Future ding.
Future ding. See myself hunting pits with my mates.
Yep.
Doing what I've always done and always loved. Man, trying to be happy, trying to enjoy your life,
Yep.
trying to squeeze the juice out of every moment, you know, live in the moment.
Yep.
Possible family.
Yeah, that was
Definitely keen on a couple of
juniors.
In
Soon,
the next.
Would you say?
Next couple of few years.
There's
Gonna
been
be.
talk
Not
of it.
gonna put a time frame on
There's
it.
been talk of it. Yeah, okay.
Not gonna put a time frame on it.
Yeah.
And
Fishing? You're gonna keep fishing? And
I'm just gonna keep doing what I fucking love until
man of the sea.
until I can't anymore. You know.
Yep.
I mean, it's working for me right now, so I'm not gonna wreck a good thing. I mean, people. I mean, I'm happy to live a good lifestyle and not make a squillion.
Yeah.
I'd rather sacrifice a
Lifestyle
squillion
over
for a
career.
lifestyle.
Yeah. I think that's kind of part of living down here, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can chase the millions, or you can live millions of dollars worth of fun and enjoyment and peace and
That's it, bro.
whatever else we get down here. It's good. But yeah, Rav, sweet. Well, it's good to hear. Oh, did you actually, before we go, did you notice my new shirts?
Yeah, she's looking good there,
Yeah,
eh?
you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dry and Walsh printed these up for me.
Bit of fresh merch
New
for the
shirt.
lads.
This is from yesterday. This is brand new. This is the first time I've ever worn one. If anyone wants one, hit me up. But
Can I get one?
you want one?
Yeah, fucking earth.
Yeah. It's like, look, we kind of got a similar thing going on.
Yeah,
here.
fully.
That's
Yeah.
your brand, black and red, and that's mine. Look at us.
Let's go.
LFG. Oh, we've forgotten something.
What have we forgotten? Oh,
The summer
the
anthem.
theme song.
The
Alright,
summer anthem. Right.
Finish her off. Finish
So,
her off on a high.
Just to get you
We're
kind
about to
of
blast your ears with absolute
just to
goodness.
get you a little bit in the feel is let's just check. Is that the one?
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Right. Just to get you a little bit up to scratch with what was going down this summer. We had a theme song. So we talked earlier about Darcy's mate Steve-O and about the techno driving around the caravan park at all hours. Well, Steve-O's blessed us with a little favourite track of his that Darcy's brought back down the south coast here. And
This is purely Steve-O's inspiration.
This became our anthem. So we'll give you a little teaser, and we hope that you can add it to your party playlist. And
Add it to your summer tracks for
add it to your
2025.
summer tracks and do yourself a favour. This has been the anthem of our summer. All right, here we go.
Put it on repeat.
Lick me like a lollipop.
She licked me like a lollipop. Wow, it really takes me back.
Oh man, some of those skull cave sessions, and we're like in those little dungeons.
She licked me like a lollipop. She licked me like a lollipop.
Wow. Oh man.
That was it. That was the track,
It takes
eh?
you back, eh? The second you
Just
just
hypes
like,
me straight back up
straight
again,
back
eh?
up. We could do it right now.
Oh,
We're not gonna, but we could. We could. All right, Ding.
all right, kiddo.
I love you, bro.
Cheers, bro. I love you too. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming
it.
on.
Love what you're doing here.
Thanks for getting off the 7 Seas for me.
Oh,
Let's just finish this up with just one last. Let's just like
finish her on a high note.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Still noise. Let's go.
LFG.
She licked me like a lollipop.
Lollipop. She licked me like a lollipop.
She licked me like a lollipop, lollipop.
Alright, thanks for tuning in, everyone. See you next time. Yeah, bro. How good.